impacted and changed our lives. Now to the class of 2024. We made it. 4 years ago, we entered high school together amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. We were uncertain we would make it to this point. Our first day of high school looked different than any other year as we walked the halls in masks and sat at desks with clear shields. It was not until our junior year of high school that we truly got the real high school experience. I remember always longing to be a senior and to sit in these seats with a big future in front of me. However, as we sit here and reminisce on our years of high school, it is not these big moments that we will remember most, but rather the little moments of laughter in class, that teacher that always seemed to make you smile no matter the day, screaming our hearts out at the pep rallies, or the fun talks with friends at the end of each day. These tassels and gowns represent so much more than this very moment, but rather encompass every special moment of our 4 years. As our chapter comes to a close at Franklin County High School, we begin a new chapter in our lives, as each of us heads off in various different directions. Although the future is uncertain, I have no doubt that each of you will accomplish amazing things. You may wonder how I make this broad statement with such certainty. However, someone special to me once told me a few words that I believe perfectly embody the class of 2024. Remember that together we have seen each other fall when things got hard, and cry when everything around us was falling apart. We have seen each other work and still fail, despite giving it our all. However, I have seen each of you get back up and keep fighting. Many of us have reached low points, yet we're able to bounce back with boundless success. Therefore, believe me when I say, class of 2024, you can absolutely do anything you set your mind to. Whether you're headed to college, trade school, the military, or the workforce, I have no doubt you will make everyone here beyond proud. In the words of Robert Kennedy, only those that dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. As we each embark on these grand journeys, I challenge each of you to live without a fear of failure, without a fear of the unknown, and without a fear of the future. It is these fears that are often life's greatest inhibitors. However, a spirit of resilience is the catalyst for success. Embrace the hard moments, live with purpose, and do it all with a joyful heart. Today is not an end, but it begins the start of a new, exciting adventure and the next chapter in your life. I would like to close today with a few lines from a song we might all know. There's always going to be another mountain. I'm always going to want to make it move. It's always going to be an uphill battle, but sometimes I'm going to have to lose. It ain't about how fast I get there. It ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. As graduates, we each have our own mountain, and now it's our time to enjoy the climb. And for one last time, congratulations, class of 2024. Thank you.
Miss Faith Hunziker will now read a poem that she has actually written for the occasion entitled, You Will.
Now we are at the end of high school's final chapter. Graduation is upon us, the rest of our lives to follow after. Farewell to our fun school spirit weeks and homecomings where we danced with our bare feet. I am proud of the many obstacles we overcame. Together, I believe we can accomplish all things. There are a few more things I wish to communicate before we say congratulations and celebrate. Thank you to the teachers who were always there. You made our high school experience easy to bear. In reality, you will have true friends which are few, but quality over quantity is not a rule that is new. It's not the years in your life that matter, but the life lived in those years. I hope you find courage to face all of your fears. We are black and white, short and tall, very diverse for sure, but most of all, together today, we are the class of 2024. Allow God to direct your paths ahead, and He will make them straight. You were born for such a time as this, which is something to appreciate. Before we leave and go our separate ways, I have a few words of wisdom to help us in our future days. You will make mistakes, don't repeat them, but instead, learn and grow from your faults. You will succeed, do so with humility and embrace your success. You will hurt, welcome the pain as it will teach you many things. Recognize it as the low that allows for the high. You will laugh with your whole body, mind, and spirit, for it is cathartic to the soul and all those around you. You will cry. All feelings are natural, and know it will all be okay. You will be overwhelmed. Break it down into baby steps, and the tasks ahead won't be so daunting. You will be tired. You will know about how everything seems bleak and how everyone and everything bugs you sleep. It only lasts a short period of time. You will celebrate. Enjoy it. You worked hard to earn the small and big victories in your life. You will be lonesome. Learn to love your own company and grow individually. Where you have shown love, you will be shown some. You will struggle. Fight hard to overcome the obstacles set before you. You will love openly with all of your heart. If it breaks, it will heal in God's timing, and you will love again. You will stumble. Know that it is a part of life. Get back up, dust yourself off, and keep working hard. If you don't see it in yourself, someone else will. The game isn't over just because of one fumble. Everything is always okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end yet. Everything that is broken has the ability to mend. The famous Mac Miller gave this influential advice: enjoy the best things in your life, because you ain't going to get to live it twice. I hope you all thrive because we have seen each other soar. Thank you all, and I have loved being a part of the class of 2024.
The class of 2024 has been under the leadership of a young woman who has served as their spokesperson, their ambassador, and their cheerleader. It has been a great honor and privilege for me this year to have had the opportunity to see her serve and contribute to the school. I'm very pleased tonight to introduce to you the president of the class of 2024, Ms. Catherine Katie Altus.
Good evening, parents, friends, faculty and staff, but most importantly, the class of 2024. In case you don't know who I am by now, my name is Katie Altus, and I've had the extreme pleasure of being your class president for the past 2 years. It is finally our graduation day, which seems impossible because it still feels like I'm supposed to be in Miss Pruitt's 8th grade English class. When I accepted the role as class president, I knew that I would have to make a speech. And quite honestly, while I was preparing this speech, I was extremely nervous. And don't doubt for a second, I still am extremely nervous. But with all nerves put aside, it is an extreme honor to have this final address with you guys. Soon, this will all be over. The stage will be taken down, seats collected, and the parking lot will be empty. Whether you decide to go out with your friends after this, cry in your room by yourself, or celebrate the second you walk off that stage with your diploma, I challenge you all to enjoy every moment of this. There were mornings I would sit in law parking lot dreading walking into class. We now don't have that option anymore, so cherish the tiny piece we do have left of high school. Like Taylor Swift once said, I said, remember this moment, in the back of my mind, the time we stood with our shaking hands, the crowds and stands went wild. So may we all remember this moment, and hopefully our hands don't shake too bad when we reach for the diploma. Whether you choose to go to college after this, the workforce, to serve our country, or to attend a trade school, I know you would all do great things. A thing we hear a lot is our memories here will last a lifetime. I also want to add that so will regrets. So during your future endeavors, I challenge you all to do the crazy thing while following the law. Tell that person how you feel, even when it scares you. Find joy in everything you do. Be present in the moment, and don't stress too hard about the future. Know your worth, smile more, and compliment yourself more often. Dr. Seuss said, you have brains in your head, feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. So dream big, even when it seems like all odds are against you. I want to now highlight some of what I think were the most important moments that we've all shared as a class. March 13th, 2020, we got dismissed from middle school for the last time. What we had thought was a 2-week break that ended up turning into a 6-month-long summer. I remember thinking that high school was never gonna come, but it did, and boy, is it flown by. September 7th, 2020, our first official day of high school, whether that was virtual or in person for you. November 5th, 2021, our first pep rallies as sophomores. August 10th, 2022, our first official day of junior year. It was also the first full school year with no COVID restrictions. October 8th, 2022, our first homecoming. August 9th, 2023, our last first day of high school, and our official start to senior year. This started the beginning of many last. October 7th, 2023, our last homecoming. March 8th, 2024, our last pep rally. And April 13th, 2024, our last prom. May 22nd, 2024, our official goodbye to the hallways at Franklin County High School, also known as the last day of school. And now today, May 23rd, 2024, our graduation day. While this may be the last time some of us ever come back to this high school, I truly believe that this school, with its teachers, students, and staff, is what shaped us all into who we are today. So once this is over, and we see the updates of each other's lives on a phone screen, memories and moments shared with you guys will always remain with you. Thank you for the endless laugh, friendship, and memories, and hard life lessons. I would now like to give some specific thank yous. I first want to thank God for the unwavering guidance throughout my journey of high school. Thank you to every single SCA sponsor I've had. You've all shaped me into the leader I am today. Thank you, Mr. Crutchfield, for being the best campus principal, providing me with amazing guidance, and always listening to my crazy ideas. I hope you enjoy retirement. To my friends, you're the family I've chosen. We have laughed, cried, and grown together. Thank you for the memories that will last a lifetime. To my sisters, Callie and Briley, thank you for being the first people to call me out, but also being the first shoulders I run to when I need to cry. Unfortunately, not up here. And to my little brother, Branson, thank you for humbling me, even when I don't ask for it. Watching you grow up has been my favorite thing. I want to now give a huge shout out to my amazing parents. Mom and Dad, thank you for the endless love, sacrifices, and belief in me. You both are the biggest role models, and I hope to turn out half the person that you are. I love you guys. Okay. I think it is safe to say that we've all dreamed of this moment. Whether you were sad thinking about it or couldn't wait, it is finally here. Right now as I speak, graduation is happening. So like I said at the beginning, enjoy every moment of this. Let me be the first of many people who will tell you this today. Congratulations, graduates. I would like to end this speech with the wise words in the best Serenity song. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your lives with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Shout out to the movie Anyone But You, and also Natasha Bedingfield. Oh, I forgot my phone. I would like to say something that we've all heard a million times. Once an eagle, always an eagle. Congratulations, everyone, and see you all at the reunion.
Dr. Kevin Sears, Superintendent of Franklin County Public Schools, will now introduce our guest speaker.
Good evening, graduates, parents, faculty, staff, and honored guests. I'm very happy and humbled to be part of the commencement ceremony today. It still astounds me that we're holding graduation when it seems like only a month ago we were here watching football games. As most of you know, this is my first year with Franklin County Public Schools. To the class of 2024, I say that I'm sorry that my time to work with you has been so short. The members that I've gotten to know have been some of the most impressive students and nicest people that I've ever worked with in education. I sincerely wish there had been enough time to get to know each of you better. There's no doubt that you all will go on to do great things in life, and you will continue to make Franklin County proud for decades to come. Please know that all of us at Franklin County Public Schools wish you nothing less than a long life replete with laughter, love, and contentment in everything you do. Now to introduce our guest speaker for this evening. It is my pleasure to introduce to you today a Franklin County legend, Mr. J. Carlton Wilkes. Mr. Wilkes was born in Richmond and raised in Bassett. He attended Patrick and Henry Community College and graduated from Mars Hill College in North Carolina, where he majored in music and minored in history. Mr. Wilkes served as the band director at 3 different high schools and 4 middle schools in Gastonia, North Carolina, before leaving education briefly to work in the private sector. However, it did not take long for him to return to his calling. As Briscoe Darling, the great fictional hillbilly philosopher from Mayberry, North Carolina, once said, "You got time to breathe, you got time for music." Well, Mr. Wilkes soon decided living and breathing music was how he wanted to spend his life. So he moved to Franklin County and launched a 30-year career as the band director for Franklin County High School. During this time, Mr. Wilkes taught marching band, symphonic band, concert band, jazz band, music theory, and music appreciation. Under his astute leadership, the band program and its individual students thrived. He led generations of students to success as members of all district and all state bands. He established band program traditions such as the annual spring trip, which resulted in competition championships in Myrtle Beach, Virginia Beach, Orlando, Atlanta, St. Louis, Washington, D.C., Gatlinburg, Charleston, South Carolina, and Hershey, Pennsylvania. Now, as a citizen, you know that you've reached a status of importance when elected officials name something after you. However, as a fine arts teacher, you know that you're a legend when they name you after the facility when they name the facility after you where you spent decades developing the talent of thousands of students. This was the case for Mr. Wilkes when in 2007, Franklin County High School became home to the J. Carlton Wilkes Band Facility. Even though he retired from Franklin County High School in 2009, Mr. Wilkes' name will remain synonymous with music excellence in Franklin County for generations of students who never had the privilege of taking his classes. As of today, there are dozens of his former students spread across the country who make their living in the music field. His passion, influence, and legacy live on through their success. Mr. Wilkes certainly made his mark on music in Franklin County, and just because he retired from teaching doesn't mean that his contributions stopped. Since retiring, he has performed with over 30 different bands and ensembles. His performance as part of the band Sunset Drive was once featured on Good Morning America. Mr. Wilkes plays frequently and many of you here today might have heard him without knowing that you were in the presence of a legend if you've listened to live music at any local festivals, church events, nursing homes, or civic celebrations. In addition to his music, Mr. Wilkes is a huge sports enthusiast. He authored the book Franklin County Football in 1995 and has continued to provide the school and community with the yearly statistical updates up to and including the 2023 season. Mr. Wilkes and his wife of 34 years, Donna, have 4 children, 8 grandchildren, and reside in Boone's Mill. Franklin County is blessed to have a large number of people working to make life better for its children. There is no doubt that when the community discusses which educator might have had the greatest impact on the most students, Mr. Wilkes' name will be at the top of that list. So now it is my great pleasure to introduce to you this evening our guest speaker, a genuine living Franklin County legend, Mr. J. Carlton Wilkes.
I can't help but notice the cool side and the programs, you're just holding them and reading them. And then there's the warm side, and look at them go. Fans, and about 28 umbrellas. It's the way it's been for a long time. And the students in the middle are just taking it all in. Good evening, and thank you to the Franklin County School Board, Superintendent Dr. Kevin Sears, and your kind words. I didn't make those up. Principal Mr. John Crutchfield, Assistant Principal Ms. Anitra Holland, Franklin County administrators, faculty and staff at Franklin County High School, many of whom were here when I left. They're still here. All support people, including our bus drivers, cafeteria workers, and custodians. It takes all of these wonderful people to make what Franklin County High School is every day. And thanks also to your parents, families, and friends. Obviously, without them, we wouldn't have this ceremony. And now thanks to the 418 of you, the graduates before us, the Franklin County class of 2024. Give yourselves a round of applause. That's pretty good, but there might be a couple of other things you'll want to applaud and be my guest. It's okay. One thing I wanted to say in this modern era is this very quickly. I am not a robot. I must have not done well. Not yet. Are any of you? Okay. First of all, in this next part, class of 2024, you're free at last. So what's next? With your freedom, your graduation, comes great responsibility. What will you do with this freedom? In the morning, you get up, maybe afternoon. When you get up, you'll be free. Just a few quotes real quickly that I thought are appropriate for different reasons. Over 100 years ago, the great American satirist and humorist Will Rogers said, "Everybody is ignorant, only in different subjects." Confucius said, "Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated." Elon Musk, who you've heard of certainly, "Life is too short for long-time grudges." More about that later. John Lennon, who I'm sure you all have heard of, "Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans." As you make your plans. You all have been through, certainly on the world stage, your share of wars, tragedies, weather, terrible things going on. And you were interrupted severely by COVID-19. Not a day goes by I don't think of that. But you've also enjoyed things like, and things have come along like Barbie. And that Elon Musk, who some of you may work for some of these days, he may be in the moon someday, on it. You may be with him. The Voice or America's Got Talent, take your pick. A lot of great music there. And Swifties. Yeah, I knew it. And oldies like me and some others, M-E-TV, Me TV. Right, for Andy Griffith's show, right? The typical career when you start, tomorrow perhaps, would be, and you've heard this many times, guidance folks have told you, college or trade school education. College is the answer for some, a lot of people, but not for all. Any school that offers the training for what you need to succeed in life, that's really where you need to consider and probably where you need to be. College or any other type of education. Above all, don't stop your education tonight. Please. It's not over. Can't be. The military offers good benefits, including teamwork, leadership and educational opportunities, and early retirement. That sounds good. And the workforce, number 3. Some of you are already experiencing this one, part-time. Full-time status will be quite different. No one else's performance will determine your future promotion and success. You will need to save. Did I say save or spend? You'll need to save money. So get advice from a qualified financial advisor, especially, and I know some of you do, especially if you plan to start your own business. So important. The bottom line right now, it's your choice. Don't let negative thinking or negative people or bad influences get in your way. There are many pitfalls and obstacles along the way, and don't settle. I hear that a lot nowadays, but don't settle. Strive to be just your best. And someday the best, the very best, can come later, but be your best. You're all about 18 years old. You can become whatever you want to be. So just figure it out. That's what you'll have to do. Figure it out. So follow your dreams. A great college basketball coach named Jim Valvano, known as Jimmy V, died of cancer at the age 47. His famous speech is repeated yearly, and you sports fans are going to know this, each year on ESPN, as his Jimmy V Fund raises millions of dollars annually to fight the deadly disease. He died shortly after he made this speech, and you can see it any year during, I believe, maybe February. He said these 3 things of advice, which is for every person here tonight, everybody. Every day do these 3 things. Laugh. It's the best medicine. It releases the pent-up emotions you have. It's great when something is funny, great when you're winning, and surely holds back those wrinkles for a long time, I think. Secondly, think. You may meditate, you may pray, say a prayer, or do physical activity, yoga, walk, whatever you do, while you think. But do it alone at times. Now, you musicians, artists, and writers, we have some of you all in here, right? How many guitar players do we have in here? Come on. He's the best one in the whole class. Oh, there's 2 more. Okay, I thought there'd probably be more. Good job. Good job. But the point is, there are a lot of musicians, artists, and there are also writers, poets. These 3 ladies, and I wrote their names down so I wouldn't lose them. Jordan, Mariah, and Katie practically stole most of the points of my speech. That was wonderful, ladies. Thank you very much. So I'll go fast. So when you're thinking, if you compose anything, or writers, you write a play maybe, you've got to do that alone. You've got to have, at some point in time, you have to do it alone. And the third thing, you're probably not going to buy at first, but it's cry. Yep, cry. Emotions also can move to tears, but get things out of your system. It's never to be associated with losing or weakness, please, never. Crying can reflect many great memories, release more emotions, and can help you realize you can face any challenge you will encounter, and you will face challenges. It will also make you a better person as you learn to minister to others who face tragedy and loss. We were talking about working. There's something I've noticed over the years, more young people than you would probably believe, and I know some of our adults will see this. They will quit their jobs quickly, not because of the boss, the hours, or even the pay. What I've seen is that especially young people will quit jobs because they just can't deal with the persons they have to associate with day after day. Some of you may have been there already. We call those people co-workers, and they have the right to the job also. But beware, that's life, and you'll probably experience it often. But some of these ideas may help you. Allow for individual differences in people. All of us are different. What a bore it would be if we were all alike. Sorry to twins, but no, we have a couple. How boring that would be, though. But 2 things we have in common. One is feelings. Instead of hurting the feelings of others, might be that coworker, or even trying to. If it can be avoided, that coworker might need your friendship if you give it, if you offer it. Of course, for that, there's a price to pay. You'll get your feelings hurt, and often. But maybe that new friend will help you out if you'll make it. Someday, and you will find that if you also do this, if you don't build up friends around you, a deserved compliment is always a good thing, always appropriate. But if you push other people down for your own glory, you won't like the view from your personal top of the world, and there's a good reason. is for sure it will be really hard for you to find any friends. Be a better listener. You know the old saying, if God were made to give us more abilities to talk and less, we'd have 2 mouths, wow, and 1 ear. Maybe that's something AI will fix, I don't know. It's taken over a lot. Meantime, we need to listen to nature, beautiful evening, to our music, and to each other. And always respect your significant other. I want to stress this. If and when you become a parent, remember that precious creation is yours, nobody else's. Be cool, slow to anger like these people. Be cool, slow to anger, and enjoy your family. Time passes so fast. You'll see, so enjoy it. Quickly, here's a subject that's already very familiar to you. I am a sports nut myself. I enjoy it a lot. And winning and losing. Of course, winning is always, it's a good thing, sometimes great. But wait, I'm not going to talk about winning too much. Losing, in the long run, will teach you life lessons that you probably wouldn't learn. One of which is humility. Credit the other people. Being number one is tough to achieve. You're probably thinking about sports, and that's perfectly okay. But what about coming in second on a job interview? You didn't get the job. Second in a science fair project that you work way beyond the call of duty. That's just a couple of things. How about this one? In a contest for that significant other. You know what that is, right? You're snickering. I think you really know what that means, okay? But you have to continue to compete. Maybe next time. Maybe compete against yourself first. A wise man said, if you learn from your failures, mistakes, and losses the right way, you can buy a ticket to a place you'd never dreamed possible. Ultimate victory can be yours in life. And as Coach V, who we mentioned, said, even as he faced death, don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. And finally, as to careers and happiness, upon his retirement as the 36-year-old radio voice, or 36 years of service, the radio voice of the New York Yankees, a gentleman named John Sterling thanked his audience by saying this. Listen carefully to this. Person after person, group after group, have come to me with kindness, respect, and love. And how lucky can you be than for people to celebrate what you do for a living? Just think, doing what you enjoy the most and getting complimented and paid for it. Nothing could take the place of that. I myself was fortunate in life to enjoy my career doing what I love the most. And those of you that know me, and I've met quite a few of you this year, music and teaching it. I left it for a year and found out very quickly I needed it back. So I came here. My wish for you this evening, every one of you, is to have a great life doing whatever you wind up doing for a living. Hobbies are great. They may become your profession. And it may take a while for you to find out that best career for you. But you know what? Keep on searching till you do. Now look around a little bit and realize, look at a person to your left and then a person to your right, if you can, or you can look over at 2 people. And realize, you ever heard this before? You'll never be together again. This group, no matter how hard you try to have a reunion in 5 years or less, very unlikely to see all of these people again, and a lot of them are your best friends. You'll go your separate ways, but you'll remember where it all began, Franklin County High School. And I, just like you, have taken many, many steps on this field and the stands and all around this campus. And it's a pretty wonderful place to be. So laugh, think, and even cry a little. It's all good. Class of 2024, thank you for hearing me. And so long till we meet again. Am I doing okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wilkes. Miss Olivia Chitwood will now read a poem entitled, Be the Best of Whatever You Are.
If you can't be a pine on top of the hill, be a scrub in the valley, but be the best little scrub by the side of the rill. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a bush, be a bit of grass, and some highway happier make. If you can't be a muskie, then be a bass, but be the liveliest bass in the lake. We can't all be captains, we've got to be crew. There's something for all of us here. There's big work to do, and there's lesser to do. And the task you must do is the near. If you can't be a highway, then just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. It isn't by the size you win or fail. Be the best of whatever you are. Congratulations, class of 2024.
At this time, I would like to invite each of you to direct your attention to the area of the field directly in front of the stage, as the senior members of our choir will be performing The Parting Glass by the Wayland Jennies. Ms. Cora Houston will now share some remarks about the commemorative anniversary of Franklin County High School.
In 1950, 11 small secondary schools throughout Franklin County were consolidated into Franklin County High School. The new high school, located in the county seat of Rocky Mount, house grades 8 through 12 in a handsome 2-story brick building. The consolidation made it possible for the first time to offer a comprehensive secondary program to the youth of Franklin County that included 2 foreign languages, 2 laboratory sciences, math through algebra and geometry, and a limited number of business and vocational classes. Since 1950, the school has grown to include 9 classroom buildings, 3 gymnasiums, 2 cafeterias, a modern track, and a football stadium. Today, 75 years later, students may choose from among 3 foreign languages, multiple laboratory science and mathematics courses, dual enrollment classes in all content areas, and a host of business and vocational classes to help prepare them for the next chapter of their lives. As we celebrate the 75th anniversary of the school and the 74th commencement exercise, we celebrate the accomplishments, achievements, and success of students and staff who once graced the halls. Class of 2024, we now join the thousands of fellow alumni from Franklin County High School. 81 of the current faculty and staff members are graduates from this school. Famous alumni include football players, baseball players, doctors, and actors who have all been an inspiration to us. 10 campus principals, including our outgoing principal, Mr. Crutchfield, have instilled a culture of excellence for generations of students. Franklin County High School has been the cornerstone for our community. But now, here we are, all sitting in our caps and gowns, standing on the edge of our future. During our time here, we already started this journey. We explored new ideas, engaged with diverse perspectives, and faced numerous challenges. Each experience, each encounter, each triumph, and each setback has contributed to the person that we are today. As we move forward, continue this journey with an open heart and a curious mind. Embrace the opportunities that come your way, and never forget the place that built us all up. Although today is a day full of emotions and a day full of goodbyes, it is also the start of something amazing. Endings are inevitable, and now we have to close this chapter of our lives. But as Winnie the Pooh said, how lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. And now as we stand ready to embark on our next adventure, let's take a moment to dream big. So congratulations to the class of 2024. I believe in each and every one of you. So let us go forth with courage, curiosity, and compassion. Let us embrace diversity, embrace challenge, and embrace change. Let us inspire and be inspired. Let us be the leaders and the learners of the future.
Class of 2024. Today I stand before you full of pride in each and every one of the 418 students who will walk across this stage in just a few short minutes. As I've said to you before, I'm proud to have been your principal this year. Looking back to your first days on campus, I've seen just how far you've come. I'm grateful that our paths have brought us together over the last 4 years and have allowed me to participate in this milestone event with you. I'm also grateful to the parents, families, faculty and staff, and the many others who have supported you along the way. Now you stand ready to move ahead to where you've not yet walked. Some of you are excited, some are frightened. All of you are prepared. We are proud of you and your accomplishments. As you part ways this evening with classmates and teachers, I encourage you to embrace the change that is before you and to seek new and interesting opportunities. Remember, the end of one chapter signifies the beginning of another one. The class of 2024 has set the standard high for all classes who will follow you. You've exemplified Eagle excellence. And now, seniors, you're ready to begin the next chapter of your lives. You may dream big, experiment, seek to change the world. But whatever you choose to do with your life's work, always remember the people and events that help shape who you've become. And in conclusion, The faculty, staff, and administration here at Franklin County High School have educated you, challenged you, coached you, pushed you, but most importantly, we've helped you find your gifts and talents that will enable you to accomplish all that you aspire to be. So as the great American author Mark Twain reminds us, 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the things you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails. Extreme things happen when you do these things. Don't be afraid to dream and discover. And now, without further ado, we come to the most anticipated part of our program, the awarding of diplomas. Please help us to ensure that the family and friends of each graduate are able to hear the graduate's name announced by holding your applause till the end of the portion.
Charleston Bailey Adkins. Catherine Elaine Altus. Ian Sherman Amerson. J.C. Shea Ash. Autumn Elizabeth Bala. Ashley Barcenas Alvera. Jace Colton Bernard. Jordan Danielle Bernard. Blake Thomas Bauer. Jaden Nicole Bowman. Julianne Arlette Bowman. Sarah Catherine Bowman. Michaela Jean Busker. Olivia Madeline Chitwood. Charlie Scott Comer. Haley Dakota Cundiff. Cesar Delgado Salinas. Azure Deal. Ava Nicole Dillon. Cody Allen Dillon. Arden Lewalter Gardner. Jennifer Gonzalez Torres. Karina Gonzalez Torres. Ian Patrick Green. Mallory Hope Greer. Haley Madison Hanks. Ella Elizabeth Harmon. Annalise Marie Hasty. Diana Sherlyn Hernandez Garcia. Braden Zane Hoffman. Sydney Shanae Holland. Talea Kayez Holland. Cora Elizabeth Houston. Nevaeh Elizabeth Hunt. Faith Leo Grace Hunziker. Abigail May Jamison. Lauren Elizabeth Kelly. Kayla Alyssa LaValle. Alyssa Madison Legg. Matthew Adam James Love. Braden Chase Mullins. Jonathan Haven Mullins. Philip Michael Pierce. Eve Nicole Poff. Mariah Noel Quisenberry. Sandra Natalie Rodriguez Solis. Adeline Victoria Rowe. Grace Wave Sankfor. Abigail Lane Shaver. Alexandra May Shirley. Annika Sydney Smith. Abigail Lee Stone. Carson Page Strong. Cameron Melissa Tosh. Erica Rose Trail. Libby Kate Walker. Kathleen Michaela Wells. Michaela Leanne Wright. Alyssa Mackenzie Adams. Hillary Marie Adams. Devin Kane Atkins. Alexandra Bella Algier. Joseph Darrell Anlinson. Braden John Altus. Jaden Lynn Angel. Michael David Arthur. Autumn Sky Atkins. Paulina Molina Ayala. Robert Nate Bailey. Jillian Page Baird. Maritza Dawn Barona. Olivia Sky Barber. Pandora Dawn Barnett. Christopher Lee Barton Jr. Braylon Page Beamsdorfer. Skylar Marie Bell. Connor Isaiah Bennett. Lindsay Michelle Bennett. L'Oreal Lee Board. Chance Zonluck Bolton. Trevor Neil Bostick. Sarah Elizabeth Bachnight. Chase Austin Bauer. Jude Tucker Bowman. Shayana Grace Boyd. Jaden O'Brien Boyd Taylor. Bailey Cole Brammer. Deontay William Brandon. Chase Cameron Britz. Tucker Reed Brown. Bella Grace Birch. Montana Lynette Burke. Julie Anna Burnett. Jasmine Victoria Burris. Jenna Elizabeth Burton. Demarius Laquan Calloway. Eric Tyler Comulary. Luke Aaron Hill Camp. Azaria Brene Campbell. Gabrielle Taylor Campbell. Joey Dante Campbell. Kendall Xavier Campbell. Brooklyn Giovanni Carroll. Annika Lee Carter. Troy Michael Carter. Jonathan Ricardo Castaneda Gonzalez. Emma Louise Cato. Isabella Elise Cawley. Kevin E. Centeno. Giovanni Cervantes Martinez. Ava Elizabeth Childress. Stephen Colson Ching. Nicholas James Chittum. Ethan Randall Cole. Elizabeth Leanne Coleman. Quentin Hayes Collison. Kirsten Haley Compton. Christian Matthew Constable. Owen Chess Constable. Kylie Ann Cooper. Madison Georgia Cox. Sean Everett Kraft. Zanaya Marie Craghead. Jackson William Crawford. Catherine Alexis Danielle Crow. Sydney Ryan Cruz. Holly Elizabeth Cundiff. Samuel Blake David. Kirsty Luenda Deal. Ronald Lee Dickerson. Adam Matthew Dillon. Zach Kent Dillon. Miranda Annie Doss. Cheyenne Ella Nicole Dunbar. Charles Wilson Dutton. William Seth Dyer. Sarah May Earls. John Eldon Eggenberg. Kendra Amelia Faye Elliott. Brooklyn Gracie Ellis. Samantha Abigail Ellswick. Harmon Dean English. Shauna Grace Farber. Grayson Elijah Fitzgerald. Ty Lane Forbes. Madeline Christine Ford. William Logan Foran. Jessica Galvin Martinez. Abigail Lee Gardner. Ashlyn Marilyn Gardner. Isabella Ann Golden. Antonino Michael Genova. Abraham Ridley Gurman. Matthew David Gibbs. Aiden Michael Gibson. Jacqueline Kiera Gill. Jackson Yule Scott Gillespie. Alan Rodrigo Gonzalez. Michaela Faith Goodchild. Chase Alexander Grabowski. Kaylee Morgan Green. Jaden Nicholas Greenway. Gianna Eden Gregory. John Thomas Grider. Honesty Octavia Greer. Ashlyn Renee Grimes. Christopher Trujillo Guzman. Savannah Rose Haygood. Justin Matthew Hairston. Hannah Maria Hale. Lacey Louise Haley. Chelsea Tennille Hall. Gavin Michael Hall. Paris Elizabeth Michelle Hall. Cody Douglas Hamilton. Samuel Don Hampton. Colby Allen Hancock. Christian Tyler Handley. Caden Zane Harrison. John Bodie Hart. Jubal Wyatt Hartzell. Tucker James Harvey. Ethan Amos Hash. Abigail Nicole Hatchett. Timothy Wayne Hatchett. Rayleigh Kaylin Hawkins. Brady Austin Hazelwood. Josiah Zacchaeus Holland Heath. Ashlyn Kathleen Hefner. Evan Kyle Haynes. Alexandra Lee Held. Jonica Serenity Henderson. Ty Patrick Herlihy. Gabriel DeJesus Hernandez Cruz. Christian Hernandez Huerta. Ashley Valeria Hernandez Morales. Isaac Hernandez Raphael. Kayla Grace Hicks. Gavin Darrell Hitt. Addison Reed Hodges. Ashton Dylan Hodges. Avery William Hodges. Ethan Taylor Hodges. Harmony Nashay Hodges. John Michael Hodges. Get all of y'all. Ready? Nathaniel Lane Hodges. Skylar Ann Hodges. Ethan William Hoffman. Javier Zykiel Holland. Casey Dawn Holland. Michaela Lorraine Holland. Patience Renee Holland. Whitney Nicole Holland. Samuel James Holly. Jacob Tyler Hollingsworth. Kaylee Lynn Honecker. Sophia Rose Hirenko. Kiana Tashay Hughes. Jenna Jade Hunley. Nicholas James Hurley. Christopher Ashton Hilton. Lindsay Grace Jenkins. Hunter Cole Jones. Christopher Leslie Jordan. David Jamir Casey. Mason Reed Keaton. Andrew Porter Lee Keene. Caroline Reese Kelly. Lindsay Brooke Killinger. Danny Lamb. Jarrett Michael William LaValle. Herman William Law. Lacey May Lawless. Mason Albert Laws. Emilio Alberto Ledezima Flores. Hayden Austin Leftwich. Paula Leon Guzman. Anthony Jerome Leotti. Taylor Ashlyn Lester. Andrew Elias Likens. Lexi Brooke Loomis. Nicholas James Lovell. Nathaniel Forrest Lumsden. Madison Grace McPherson. Darius LaShawn Mandy. Kaylee Grace Manning. Sherman Alexander Marlowe. Jonathan Martinez. Clara Jessie Mathena. Kendall Buffont Maddox. Jackson Lewis Moss. Stephen Dwayne Maxwell. Kaden Nicole McBride. Katie Lynn McCarthy. Dominic Alexander McCauley. Morgan Elizabeth McCrary. Braden William McCauley. Richard Mason McDill. Nicholas Floyd McMillan. Madison Lynn Metter. Ivy LaShawn Meeks. Amarion Arnez Menifee. Taylor Renee Metz. Logan Grace Michoud. Natalie Nevaeh Miles. Isabella Hope Miller. Samantha Joseline Miranda Furr. Nyasia Larae Mitchell. Vivian Lee Mitchell. Judith Lee Montgomery. Luke Thomas Montgomery. Dustin Lee Moorhead. Anna Danielle Mullins. Brock Nelson Mullins. Wyatt Colton Mullins. Zoe Autumn Myers. Anthony Jordan Neal. Hayden Thomas Nelson. Samantha Lynn Newberry. Ashlyn K. Oliver. Kiera Marie Overfelt. Brennan Luther Pagans. Juliana Rose Pagans. Caden Michael Palmer. Zorion Tavon Pennell. Samantha Nicole Parker. Kylie Brooke Parmalee. Olivia Ellen Pate. Isha Patel. Michael Glenn Paxton. Aiden Joel Payne. Jabria Faith Peary. Nathan Miles Purdue. Jared Cole Philippi. Chalice Keaton Phillips. Olivia Faith Phillips. Olivia Diane Philpott. Corbin Allen Porter. Joseph Byron Pratt. Ryan Beckett Prilliman. Braylon Michelle Pruitt. Dakota Joseph Rakes. Dieter Mitchell Ratcliffe. Dylan Curtis Ratliff. Dylan Marshall Rennick. Cameron James Reynolds. Ashton Charles Richards. Elijah Samuel Richmond. Jayshawn William Rigney. Zariana Cachet Rigney. Kyle Leonard Ingram Roach. Ainsley Bree Robertson. McKenna Page Roderick. Juliana Elizabeth Rojas Campbell. Stephanie Grace Roscoe. Paul James Santamaria. Brendan Wesley Saul. Easton John Sawyers. Lane Connor Scott. Megan Alyssa Alden Scott. Shannon Michael Sheets. Savannah Lynn Short. Emma Paige Shorter. Jasmine Renee Shotwell. Maurice Curtis Simon. Nathan Ryan Sims. Kylie Madison with Sink. Madison Lee Sloan. Matthew Alexander Smith. Savannah Jean Smith. Cabell Wesley Sneed. Alexis Diane Spade. Cody Russell Spicer. Curtis Anthony Spires. Michael Lee Stanley. Daryl Everett Stewart Jr. Colby Lane Stinson. Owen Thomas Stone. Chesney Dale Strickland. Ella Castine Stump. Luke Anthony Sumner. Zachary Lee Swanson. Bryson Javon Taylor. Robin Renee Taylor. Tylen Jarari Taylor. Emily Elizabeth Tedder. Jeremy Nathaniel Thomas. Xavion Bryce Trotter. Amarion M. Toon. Hannah D. Turner. Joshua Allen Turner. Holly Lynette Tyree. Jason Graham Varner. Layla Michelle Walker Jones. Image Deshaun Webb. Mason Gale Webb. Sadie Rose Webster. Afton Taylor Weeks. Logan Michael Weeks. Matthew Tyler Wells. Emery Alexander White. Noah Thomas White. Kendall Lynn Faith Wabalda. Mackenzie Ann Widener. Caitlin Marie Wilcher. Shelby Mariah Williams. Maya Grace Williamson. Aura Nicole Witcher. Takira Charday Witcher. Amber Dawn Woods. Joseph Ryder Woodridge. Larry Scotty Worley. Taylor Ray Worrell. Memphis Dean Ray. Calvin Walker Wright. Tristan Rashad Wright. Angel Miguel Yetter. Madeline Gail Yop. Michael Shane Yop. Zachary Keith Yop. Ethan Daniel Young. Mackenzie Elizabeth Young. Hagar Atif Youssef. Destiny Cheyenne Ziegler. Landon James Archinal. Logan Eugene Armentrout. Aiden Christopher Cahoon. Nicholas McKinney Cooper. Hayden Edward Elliott. Christopher Stephen Hancock. Lauren Grace Harper. Camden Aaron Peoples. Kamora Sane Wright.
Members of the class of 2024, would you please rise? By the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia, the members of the Franklin County School Board and Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kevin Sears, it is my distinct pleasure to confer upon you your high school diploma. Congratulations, graduates. You may switch your tassel from the right to the left at this time. Seniors, please be seated. Your class representative, Ms. Julianne Bowman, will be sharing our closing thoughts.
I'd like to thank my teachers, coaches, friends, and grandparents for the unfailing love and support you gave me through the years. But most importantly, I wouldn't be standing before you if it weren't for my two loving parents. Mom, my forever best friend, thank you for sharing all of my laughter and tears and for believing in me since the moment you brought me into this world. Dad, my number one coach, thank you for teaching me to dream big and for not only coaching me in sports, but coaching me to find my way to Jesus. I love you guys so much. Today, I want you to know this diploma I received isn't just my achievement, it's ours. After we leave tonight, I encourage each of you to thank the people in your life who have helped you get to this moment. Their support is the reason why we've made it this far. Well, y'all, we're finally here, tassels turned at this long-awaited moment. I'm beyond privileged to be one of the first to congratulate each of you on this incredible accomplishment. Standing here dressed in my cap and gown, I'm overwhelmed with feelings of excitement as well as disbelief. These 4 years have gone by so fast, just as our parents said they would. We have officially closed one of the most memorable chapters of our lives. Now we each have that classic story to tell of our high school years until we're old and gray. I can't wait for those days of remember whens. From the pep rallies where we screamed until our lungs gave out, to the nights where we danced until we dropped, to those beautiful moments of pure and endless laughter. These precious memories we share will be those we treasure most in our hearts forever. As we take our final steps through the campus of Franklin County High School, I want to remind each of you that this is only the beginning. We are dancing on the edge of the future. Together we will leave here today, not as seniors, but as young individuals eager and ready to discover who we were intricately designed to be. At last, it's finally time for each of us to independently embark on our chosen paths. Even though we will go our separate ways, we will always be Franklin County Eagles. No one or no thing will ever take away our Eagle spirit. It is something that lives and thrives within us forever. I pray that each of you not only reach your goals in life, but truly soar beyond all expectations. One of my favorite verses has always been Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord shall renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Failure is inevitable. However, true hope can be found for those who have the will and courage to seek it. The rest of our lives start now. So get out there and chase your dreams until you catch them. Goodbye, class of 2024. And once again, congratulations. Here's to us in a new beginning.
you.